everything you do is for humanity. Why? Why are we worth it? Why do you care about the politics? Why do you care about multi-planetary species?
I mean, I think it's a good question you ask because it goes to like at a foundational level, what is my philosophy and why does it lead to this conclusion?
Yes.
So the reason is that when I was a teenager, I had like an existential crisis to try to figure out what's the meaning of life. It doesn't seem to be any meaning. For me, at least, the religious texts, and I read all of them that I get my hands on, did not seem convincing. So then I'm like, okay. Then I started reading the philosophers. Careful of like reading German philosophers as a teenager. It's definitely not going to help with your depression. So reading Schopenhauer and Nietzsche, I'm like, now, as an adult, it's much more manageable. But as a kid, you're like, whoa. So then I was like, man, I'm just like struggling to find meaning in life here. And then I read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and basically what Douglas Adams was saying is that we don't really know what the right questions are to ask. In the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Earth, it turns out, is a big computer and its goal is to answer the question, what's the meaning of life? And Earth comes up with the answer 42. They come to the conclusion that no, the real problem is trying to formulate the question. The universe is the answer. What are the questions? The more we can expand the scope and scale of consciousness, the better we can understand what questions to ask about the answer that is the universe. The more we can expand consciousness and become a multi-planet species, ultimately a multicellular species, we have a chance of figuring out what the hell's going on. And so this is why I think we should have more humans, both biological and digital consciousness, and why we should become a multi-planet species and a multicellular species, is so that we can understand the nature of the universe. If you accept as a proposition that we don't really understand the meaning of life and we wish to understand the meaning of life, then in order to understand the meaning of life, we should expand consciousness such that we can ask better questions, learn more, expand beyond the solar system, ensure that life on Earth is good collectively for civilization, and then we can be less dumb about the nature of the universe, and maybe we can answer some questions about where this all came from and where it's going. I think that's a sound philosophy. It's the least unsound philosophy I can think of.